Good day, my friends. We are talking about the best post-update attack at Town Hall 11 here, and actually at Town Hall 12 too, is using dragons. They got a buff with the latest update. If you haven't, go read the patch notes. I won't get into it, but they got a buff and doing some nice work. And I'm going to show you how to use the dragons here. And there's a couple new strategies. Some people are using it with electric dragon and dragons and a clone. I mean, cool stuff coming out. Make sure you subscribe to watch those videos. I'm going to be bringing them to you. So with these attacks, you got to make sure funnel is key. Funneling is key for the dragons here. So he's going to do an E-drag here. And the reason, look at this good chain. Just E-drags are good. If you see good chain reactions, go for the E-drag on the funnel. If you don't, use something else. You could use baby. You could use, sometimes people use bowlers, like a bowler bounce. Whatever you need to do to get the funnel, and if you see it, okay? So, what we've got here is the DragBat. He's going to hasten loons to that wizard tower here at 6 because, again, splash damage is the only thing that you need to worry about with this DragBat. Splash damage big time. If you have a good funnel and take care of the splash, those bat spells will do wonders for you. Look at the great chains, guys. Look at that, man. Getting some hits. It does go out, but the thing is, it got some major hits here. Got the wizard tower down low. Got some nice funneling. Here comes in the dragons here, and he's going to use a hound out in front. I like it. I like the hound. Now, why a hound instead of, say, bringing in loons? Well, if you brought in the loons, they could die to the multi. Say you lose a couple because, say, some of the dragons don't tank, and it would be hard for them to get to the middle air defense. And I think that's the main reason why he brought the hound, in my opinion, because that air defense right in the core was going to be tough to get to. He didn't want his dragons getting hit, so there it goes. Here comes the slammer. He decides to put the slammer at 12. Kind of interesting. I might have put it more at 3, kind of get a pinch those dragons in. That's kind of what I would have done. But then again, he 3-starred, so it doesn't matter. You can't think about that. He does use a freeze and distraction over here. If you don't know, Ice Golem distracts Wizard Tower. Best move you can do. It's amazing, right? That means he can just put the freeze on the late freeze. He can put the freeze with the bat spells. He's going to do a BatBomb, a little rage action with those freeze spells. And boy, oh boy, do we get beautiful 3-star here. Lots of bats up. And he saved 3 loons in the bag, so those can be used for cleanup. I would suggest, I know bats, a lot of people with bat spells, they don't bring a lot of cleanup. I still prefer at least a little. Drop 1 loon, 2 minions, and like a goblin or an archer. It can come in handy, right? It can come in serious handy because notice he doesn't have many bats up. And if these bats locked onto a storage, they'd be stuck there the whole raid because there's not many left. They really suffer on the storages. But that's an attack, DragBat. I mean, look, it's powerful, man. It was powerful before. With the increasedness of the new update, keep trying it. Keep trying it. I guarantee you'll have success. And if you're new to the game, and that's the key, if you're new to the game or you're trying to increase your skills, it's an easier attack. It's one of the easiest attacks to do because as long as you get that funnel, you can just throw in the dragons, see what they're doing, then the bat spell, right? It's not too hard. So, and it's a safe 2-star as well. So if you're afraid about getting the 3-star, go for it. I got one more attack for you here. Using the same strategy. A little bit different, of course. I mean, it's every strategy is a little bit different. This time he's bringing 2 ice golems. The funnel's going to be a little bit different. And again, the key here is the funnel. So he's going to use king and queen here with an ice golem. Now, ice golem is just to protect the queen a bit. Again, E-drag over here, getting some nice chains, right? Now, you wouldn't necessarily have to use the E-drag, but he decides to use the E-drag. I think a baby dragon, it would have been difficult for the baby to get to that archer tower there. So he does use the E-drag, and that's useful there. Okay? But there's no air defenses, so that's nice. Pick up for the E-drag. He does step in for the king. Unfortunately, he doesn't go towards the wizard tower. If he went towards the wizard tower, he would have stayed up a little bit longer and, gotten some damage in. But, it's one of those things. You can't predict that all the time. Here comes the dragons. So what he's going to do here, before I talk about it, what would you do? Where would you bring in your slammer? Where would you bring in your dragons? Well, he's bringing in the dragons here. He created the funnel. So, obviously, you don't want to go towards the sweeper. You're going to enter in, one of the directions. And since you funnel already at 2, pretty smart. And what are you going to do with the slammer? Well, 12 o'clock. Now, it goes into a sweeper. But the 12 o'clock slammer here is to guarantee the dragons push in kind of in one unison. Dragons work best when they're together. They're really powerful together. And the slammer up top at 12 is just kind of creating that funnel, taking down, distracting the archer towers, and getting some of those defenses down. Then he's going to bat, you saw, already at 9 o'clock, okay? So all he has to worry about is this wizard tower. But he's got an ice golem there, right? Ice golem distracting the wizard tower. No more splash up. And that's all you have to worry about, okay? So that's what you want to look for when you're using the DragBats. Can you create a good funnel? But most importantly, are there bases that have wizard towers on the outside that you can distract with an ice golem? Can you get down the wizard towers easily? Things of that nature. And notice on this one, he had a dragon in the CC. It didn't stop him. Didn't stop him at all. So another smashed hit. This one, I would, again, bring goblins. I really like, or some minions or something. On this base, because there were storages in the town hall there, a goblin would have been nice to have, just in case you run out of the bats. Now, I know he had dragons up and loons up, but it is worth, in my opinion, to drop one of your loons to bring in a little cleanup in case. Maybe you have a longer, maybe your entry point with your King and Sui heroes takes longer than normal. You just don't want to time fail. It's always nice to have a little cleanup because I have time failed with the DragBat, and look at that. That could have definitely time failed. Certainly up top there. So, okay, guys, that's how you use the DragBat post-update. What do you think? What strategies have you been using post-update? And do you like the strategies you're using? And if so, let me know which ones. I appreciate the clicks and the views and the watches. And so, yeah, I don't know, share it with your clanmates. Some DragBat strategy, new stuff. I have a couple new videos coming out using new methods with the DragBat. Some clone action and other things. So you'll want to subscribe for that, for some Town Hall 12, 11, and 10 content. Okay? Thanks again, and we will see you around. Take care. Hello out.